The second drill we're going to show is what we call live ground balls in the box. Okay, another ground ball drill, just a little bit more, complex than the three-man ground ball drill. In a drill like this, you'll have a line of guys over here. Okay, you have your coach here with the balls, and we have an extra attackman in the box, and we have a goalie in the goal. And we generally will have offensive players in one line and defensive players in the other line. Coach rolls out a ground ball. These two players fight for the ground ball. If the attackman picks it up, okay, if the offensive player picks it up, he can use this attackman and they get to attack the goal 2-on-1. All right? If the defensive player picks it up, this guy has to turn around and ride him, and he has to ride it out over the restraining line. All right? If he rides it out over the restraining line, or if he rides it out over the restraining line, or the offensive players pick it up and let's say they score on the 2-on-1, these two players now go to the other side of the box, and the next two guys step up. And so the coach will now roll out another ground ball. And so again, you have a one-on-one fight for a ground ball initially. You've now got an offensive and a defensive player over here. Okay? And so now you wind up with a 3v2. And so these three players do not have anything to do with the ground ball. They stay out of the middle of the play on the ground ball. Again, if the defensive player picks it up, his job is to run it out over the restraining line. Okay? Offensive player picks it up. He can now attack 3v2 using the other two players in the box. And then we'll have these guys go over here, and we'll go to 4v3, and that's about the extent of it in the box. We won't get any bigger than that at that time. So it gives us live ground ball work. It gives us moving the ball quickly off the ground, and it gives us some live shooting. I don't mind telling you that I got a variation of this drill from watching Duke in recent years. It may have been something that Coach Danowski talked about at one of the coaches' meetings, was simply watching them be so good off the ground in recent games. They have a way of turning a ground ball into a scoring opportunity so fast and so often, maybe especially against us, that I finally just simply copied it or devised what we thought was a drill that would allow us to work on those skills. I may not be smart, but I'm smart enough to see when somebody's doing something better than we are. We implemented live ground balls, actually. We implemented this drill midway through the 2011 season. We truly did them almost every day. I would hold my breath every time we did this. It was risky, but it helped. Helped us off the ground, helped us become a little tougher. And I would tell you, just in terms of your making practice, what we do then, usually when we do this with a team, is that's a period of time. And when we take you on the practice field to see this drill in play, you're going to see that at the other end of the field, usually not at the midline so we don't congest things, but down on the other end of the field, we do face-off work. We call face-off in wings. And so we'll have multiple guys here. So what we do, dividing up our team, is I allow our face-off coach to take whoever he needs as our face-off and wing play, and then everybody else does this drill at the other end of the field. And it's a good way for us to distribute our personnel around. These guys are getting some live ground ball work, and they're talking about face-off and wing play at the same time. Big help.